Welcome everybody. Today is going to be a really cool video because we are testing out something new today, and I couldn't be more excited to try it, to get my hands on it, to test it, see what it can do, bring it to you guys, and hopefully some people out there will say, hey, that thing looks awesome, that thing meets my needs, and you guys are going to want one. So what are we messing with today? Well, let's take a look at it. Okay, so this is a TMC Kinsella. This is a TLI 50. This is a demo unit that we've been using, and this is paired with a Wacker, I think it's Neusen is how you pronounce it, Wacker Neusen SM100. This is a mini skid. You stand on the back, you don't walk behind it, you stand on it. Just to give you some technical specs on this, this is a 24 horsepower machine, and it sends 13 gallons a minute of hydraulic flow to this mulching head. And this is a mulching head. This is not a flail head. These are fixed teeth. This is the same drum that they use on the low flow head on the little Mighty Mouse one that we did a few months ago on the little TL6, if you guys saw that video. Same drum. Now, one of the big complaints that you guys had was about the teeth on there, and them not cutting off the little hardwoods that we were doing, little gum trees off flush with the ground. And that's because these teeth are a double-sided carbide teeth, and they are not sharpenable. Okay, so you cannot sharpen these. So these would be good in your rocky ground, or if you're doing an area that's got a lot of trash or debris or metal or something in it. You're not going to tear these up. They're going to get a really long life. Now, they aren't going to cut as good, but after that video with the Mighty Mouse, we went back to the engineers at TMC, and the great thing about TMC is that I have loved dealing with them. They are so open to making a better product, making changes, making modifications to meet customer needs and make the best product out there. That is their absolute #1 goal. So we have new teeth coming for this. You'll still be able to get these double-sided carbides. We have a new hardened, sharpenable tooth that's like on the big skid steer mulchers. That'll be a hardened steel tooth where you'll be able to sharpen this and get these down to like a razor knife edge to really cut into like hardwoods and stuff. Now, you won't get the tooth life on those hardened sharpened teeth, hardened steel teeth, but you will be able to get them much sharper. You'll be able to sharpen them throughout the life of the tooth. And there's not a lot of teeth on this thing. I don't know exactly how many there is, but there can't be more than probably about 12 or so, 10 or 12. So you're not talking about a lot of cost in replacing these teeth here, because there's just not a lot of them. So you got the same patent wear liner in here, like on the other ones that break up the material as it comes through the drum. This is a belt drive. You've got this is a piston motor right here, so it does require the pressure, the return, and the K-strain. So but most of these mini skids are coming with the K-strain. So if you got a fairly new one, you know, any of the ones that have come out probably within the last 5-10 years are coming with the K-strains to be able to run attachments like this. So this is a piston motor, really powerful. This is a Bosch Rexroth piston motor, top of the line motor, nothing but the best. And that's basically the same, you know, any of the big mulching companies out there, whether it be TMC or Prenoth or CMOF, Econ, Shearex, they're all using these Rexroth motors. So you know you're getting something quality when it's got a Rexroth motor in it. So now the big thing with this thing is, what is it good for? What are the expectations? And I thought the biggest thing with selling this unit is to set the expectations. This is not something you're going to go and mulch 5 acres of pine trees like this with. You're not going to do it. It won't do it. It's not going to do it, and you're just going to beat your head against the wall doing that. That's where you need like a 120 or a TL12 or something like that with the big TWF head or the TWFL, something like that. But what this is good for is all you landscaper guys out there that have these little mini skids, and people call you and they've got a backyard that looks just like this. Just like this. Now let me ask you something. It's about 9,000 degrees out here today. All right. Oh wait, let me check my phone. I'll check my phone. It is, I'm sorry, it's 8,999 degrees out here today. Sorry. it's really freaking hot, okay? Heat index is well over 100 with the humidity. It's the middle of the day. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was trying to get out here earlier, but I had to go to the north end to look at jobs. And you got a client, and this is what their backyard looks like. Nothing big, but you got these little gum trees, and you got this stuff. You can't cut this with a, this dog fennel, you can't cut this with a weed eater. It won't do it. It's not gonna happen. This is a hard stem at the bottom, right? You're not gonna cut that with a weed eater, right? And you don't want to take a lawnmower through this. Look at the guy. I mean, you can't cut that down with a lawnmower. You're not cutting that down with a lawnmower. So my question is, would you rather have 4 guys out here with chainsaws and hedge trimmers and a dump trailer and have to cut all this stuff down and rake it up and then have to haul it all off? Or would you just rather just have one guy in that machine mulch this down and lay sod, and then you could just come back and lay sod over it or put pine straw or whatever you're gonna do? That's my question. Would you rather have 4 guys in chainsaws and be out here sweating, you know, your butt off out here in the middle of the summer heat? Or would you rather have just one guy on this machine? You tell me. Because if it was me, I'd rather be on that machine, and you could knock this out a whole lot quicker. You can save your clients money, and you can be a lot more efficient at doing small stuff like this. That's what this machine is for. And we're gonna find out what it can do. So I'm gonna go ahead, the owner here hates these gum trees, so he's not gonna miss any of this crap one bit. I actually mulched all this out about 2 years ago. I'm gonna mulch down that big gum right there. We're just gonna knock this crap down and see what it can do. So that's a decent sized gum right there. That's probably, at the base, that's probably 1.5 inches or so. So we're gonna take down some stuff and we'll see what this thing can do. So let's hop on the machine and get to grinding. Now, one quick aside, I do recommend, if you want this machine and you end up buying it, you know, the head or whatever, you're gonna want to run this with like a face shield or some type of you know, face safety equipment. I highly recommend that. I thought about bringing my goggles, but it's really sunny out today. The sun's kind of coming in and out, so I got my glasses, and then I got a pair of sunglasses too that I'm gonna put on. This thing's really not bad about throwing stuff back at you. It's pretty, you're kind of way up there and it's kind of towards the ground, but I highly recommend that. If I had one of those like Husqvarna, you know, chainsaw face shield things, I'd be wearing that, but I don't. So I'm trying to do the best I can, but I highly recommend that. So let's take a look, see what this thing can do. Well, that looks pretty good. And I did all of that in about 10-12 minutes right there. So now I know on the last time we ran the low flow head on the little TL12 with that same drum and those teeth, I know you guys said about the little stop sticking up. And again, that's where those carbide teeth are at a little bit of a disadvantage, but the new hardened steel teeth, you will be able to put a razor edge on those. Those are coming. I talked to the engineers last week on a Zoom call. Those should be coming, I believe, in August. Once you do that, these little stobs will go away, because that drum is doing almost 1800 RPM. So it is kicking some RPM off of that thing. It's not doing no 800-900,000 RPM. I mean, that thing's kicking 1800 RPM, and we could actually turn it up a little bit more if we wanted to. I think we can get another turn out of the adjustment on it to get probably another 100 and some odd. You know, we could probably get it close to 2000. If not at 2000, probably pretty close. So she's got some power. And again, my question is, if you're a landscaper, would you rather be doing that by hand and with 2, 3, 4 guys and hauling all that off, or would you rather be doing it with that? And the other good thing about these carbide, now one of the advantages that you have is it can actually subsoil down. Those teeth will actually go into the ground. So if you want to recombine the material that you're grinding up back into the soil, those carbide teeth are money for that. I really put them down into the dirt in a couple of spots, and it was really recombining that mulch down into the soil. So that little thing is bad. I'm not really used to running these stand-on machines, but I got the hang of it pretty quick. So, or if you're in the rental business, and this would be great to addition to a rental fleet. If you got a whole bunch of these mini skids and you're getting guys coming in wanting a mulcher for small projects, this would be great for a rental fleet. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, obviously you guys all know, go to CCE Equipment. They have a full line of these TMC Kinsella mulchers, mini skids, skid steers, excavators, PTO tractors. You guys can check the description below. There is a phone number, a link to the website, and a promo code. Use the promo code IDIGIT, and they'll hook you up. And they can ship you, another big thing, CCE can ship you this whole package, mulcher, whacker machine, everything, SM100, put it on a truck, ship it to you anywhere in the United States. This whole package out the door, if you want one, they can ship it to you anywhere you're at. They'll hook it up, tune it, it'll come to you, look just like this, and you'll be ready to rock. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in getting one. Let's go over here and check out this big gum tree right here and see if we can't knock it down. smoked that gum tree no problem. Absolutely just took it out. That was a decent sized one too. I raised it up and pancaked it down and ate it right up. That was pretty cool. I'm impressed with this little thing. I'd love to see it with those hardened steel teeth on it. I can't wait till we get some. Another couple months and we'll have some, and that thing will be a real little Terminator right there for sure. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. But this thing can go on any size machine that's equal to like this Wacker SM100. The Bobcat MT100s are real popular right now. My buddy landscaper Greg's got one where hopefully we're going to hook this thing up to his MT100, see what it can do. So might go find a few other things to grind around this place and just see what this thing can and can't do. Well, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed running this little thing. This is the first time I have run this. I saw some videos of Casey, who's the owner of CCE, running this thing a little bit behind his house. So this is the first time I got a chance to run it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed with this whole thing. I was skeptical whether it was going to take down that last gum tree or not, and it ate it up pretty good, so I was pretty impressed with that. I think the main thing with this thing in my kind of vegetation here, where we've got a lot of these, you know, gums and wax myrtles and oaks and stuff like that, you know, some pine as well, but a lot of like the smaller stuff that you cut is more hardwoody stuff, you know, like the little gums and stuff. Getting the new teeth on this thing is going to be a game changer. It's just going to cut way better when you can get these teeth down to a real, you know, razor's edge, which these teeth aren't. They're not super sharp, but they're not dull either. I mean, this is just the way these carbides kind of come on these heads. These carbides definitely have their place too, but I really wish I could have showed you guys this with the hardened steel teeth. Unfortunately, like I said, it's going to be another month or two before they get here, but they are coming. And so if you're looking at getting one of these, you know, whether you want the carbides or the hardened steel teeth or both, I think both have their place. And for today's particular application, I think if I had something that I could put a real, take the grinder to real quick and put a real razor edge on this thing, we really could have seen what this thing could do in some of those gum trees. But I was pretty impressed that it even took down that one that was on, like, you know, it was a good 1.5 inches in diameter at the bottom, and it didn't have any trouble chewing it up. So I was pretty impressed with that, even with these carbides on it. So this thing's is a great little design. Again, these things come, you know, they're hard ox steel. The wear liner in there is replaceable, so you've got replaceable liner in there. You know, everything is good solid construction on this thing, full welds. I mean, this is a quality piece of equipment, and I think it definitely has its place. Now, you know, like I said, I think the main thing with this is to manage the expectations with it. You know, I don't want anybody to buy this thing and think they're going to go, you know, mulch 5 acres that looks like those pine trees over there. That's not what this is going to do. But if you're a landscaper and you come across a lot of little backyards and you got 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in there doing stuff by hand, this is going to save you a lot of time and save your clients a lot of money and still make you profitable as well at the same time. You know, because you're going to be able to charge, you know, as much as probably, you know, 3 or 4 guys, you know, for this machine with one guy. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this little setup. It didn't really throw too much back at me. Again, I still think you definitely need to be wearing a face shield or something like that when you operate this thing, but it didn't really throw anything back at me too bad. And it's got the chains on the bottom back there. It's got chains with an actual rubber deflector shield back here, so it's pretty good about not throwing stuff back at you. And this little whacker it took me a minute to get used to it. That little thing right there is fast. It is a fast machine. It is quick. So I had to kind of get used to the controls for a minute, but didn't take me too long. I've run a couple of these little stand-on machines before. If you guys are familiar with the channel, I've run Greg's little MT100 a few times. But yeah, again, if you guys are interested in getting either one of these mulcher heads or this whole setup, again, you can contact my friends over at CCE Equipment. We are going to be doing a demo with this, an in-person demo. We're going to let some guys run this thing, get on it. I've got a mulching job where we're going to be doing a backyard, and the owner is going to let us go out there, and I was like, hey, anything we mulch down and stuff, I don't have to charge you for, and it's a lot of small stuff. So we're gonna get the guys back there and let them you know, run this thing and play around with it and see how they like it. And we may have one of the other low flow heads out there on an actual skid steer as well. And so yeah, demo will be coming up on July 10th in Monk's Corner. So if anybody's interested in coming to that, I will be there. I'll be there. The guys from CCE will be there. And so we're going to try to put together a demo with this. So if you guys are interested, drop a comment. I'll make sure you guys know where it is. And yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. And so more to come with this thing. So stay tuned, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.